Today, we're pulling back the curtain on something we all see every single day: social media ads. So let's dive right in and figure out how they really get there, and more importantly, what it all means. Come on, you've totally been there, right? You're just minding your own business, scrolling through your feed, and bam, an ad pops up that is so ridiculously specific, it's almost creepy. Well, I'm here to tell you it is not magic, and it is definitely not a coincidence. There's this massive, powerful system working behind the scenes, and today we're going to break it all down. Okay, so to really get what's happening behind the screen, we've got to start with the absolute basics. I mean, what even are social media ads, really? At its heart, it's actually pretty simple. Advertisers are paying platforms, your Instagrams, your Facebooks, your X's, to put their promotional messages right in front of people like you and me. Simple as that. And why are they so popular? Well, for a few huge reasons. First, the reach is just insane, global. But here's the real secret sauce: the targeting. They can get super, super specific about who sees their ads. And on top of that, they get all this data back, analytics, that lets them see what's working and what's not, and they can tweak things on the fly. All right, so advertisers want to get in front of you. Makes sense. But just think about it. There are millions of them, all fighting for your eyeballs. So how in the world does a platform decide which ad you see? Well, this is where it gets really cool. It all comes down to this hidden, super fast auction. The official name for this whole thing is programmatic advertising. But honestly, a much better way to think about it is like a lightning-fast, totally invisible auction for your attention. Every single time there's an empty ad spot on your screen, it kicks off this instant bidding war. It's wild. So here's the play-by-play. Step 1, you open your app and start scrolling. That creates an empty ad space. Step 2, instantly, advertisers send in their automated bids to fill it. Step 3, the platform's algorithm swoops in and picks a winner. And this is the key part: it's not always the highest bidder. The algorithm is also looking at the ad's quality and, most importantly, how relevant it thinks that ad is going to be for you. Then, step 4, the winning ad just pops right onto your screen. And here's the part that'll blow your mind. This whole thing, all 4 of those steps, it happens in a fraction of a second. Literally, in the time it takes you to blink. Every single time you pull down to refresh your feed, thousands of these tiny auctions are happening, all just to decide what you see next. It's nuts. So that's the engine, right? The super fast auction that delivers the ad. But what about the ad itself? Well, advertisers have this whole creative toolbox they can dig into, with different tools for very different jobs. Okay, let's start with the bread and butter. You've got your image ads. These are the classics: simple, direct, and really good at getting you to just click a link and go to a website. Then you've got video ads. These are all about telling a story. They're trying to show you a product in action, build a little bit of a brand vibe. And things have gotten way more sophisticated. Story ads, for example, are meant to feel, well, like a story. They blend right in, full screen, immersive. They almost don't feel like ads. Then you have something totally different, like a collection ad. This is pure e-commerce. It's basically a mini storefront that lets you browse and buy stuff without ever leaving the app. The toolkit gets even more personal, too. You've got direct message ads that can slide right into your DMs to start a one-on-one chat. And then there are playable ads, which are just genius, especially for games. It's like, hey, don't just watch, try a little piece of the game right now. It's an amazing way to get you hooked. And that's not even all of it. You've got things like carousel ads where you can swipe through a bunch of different pictures or videos in one single ad unit. It's perfect for showing off a whole product line or telling a story in chapters. But look, having a great idea and picking the right format, that's only part of the puzzle. To make these ads actually work, the technical stuff is so important. And that's where size really, really matters. Yeah, there's absolutely no one-size-fits-all here. An ad that looks perfect on one platform might look all stretched out and just plain wrong on another. Getting the specs right is just non-negotiable if you want the ad to perform well. And you can really see just how different it is here. A standard ad on Meta for your Facebook or Instagram feed is usually a perfect square. But then you look at a video ad for TikTok or X, it's completely vertical, designed to fill up your whole phone screen. Advertisers have to create different versions of their ads to make them feel like they actually belong in each of those places. Okay, so we've talked about what they are, how they get to you, all the different types, and even the nitty-gritty technical stuff. Let's pull all those threads together and just rethink what's really going on when we scroll.
So here's the big takeaway. The most important thing to remember. Nothing you see is by accident. Every single ad in your feed is the winner of that super fast invisible auction. It was picked just for you by a smart algorithm, chosen from that whole toolbox of creative options, and designed down to the very last pixel to look perfect on your screen in that exact moment.
It's this incredibly sophisticated system that's just hiding in plain sight. So the next time you're scrolling and an ad pops up, now you know the whole story behind how it got there. Now that you've seen behind the curtain, I gotta ask, will you ever scroll the same way again?